Hey guys, welcome back to MJ Trips. There's a new update out of the Barely Default data pack, which is coded by CYKLOPPS, and I'm here to show you the new changes that he's added for us. As you may or may not know, there's butterflies in the Barely Default data pack. These are all kind of common, and then these are the rare ones. And this update adds 4 more. If you haven't seen butterflies before, I'll quickly showcase how they work. It's just a little, it's an item like right there, and then if you place it, it becomes a butterfly in the world. And then you got a butterfly net here. You can craft it with sticks and a cobweb. Look at that. You get a butterfly net. And if you have one in your main hand, you can right-click with it, and then it'll summon this web particle, and I missed. And if you hit it with this web particle, you'll catch the butterfly. See, that just went into my inventory, and there's no use to this item other than just placing it down again wherever you want. So you can make like a butterfly enclosure, right? It's a fun thing. It's a fun thing to collect, right? There's all these butterflies. You can also kill them. They have half a heart, right? They all instantly die. And then you get this dead butterfly item, which is die. All of these butterflies, if you get a dead item version, so if it's not flapping, you can just put it in a crafting table. It is literally die. So you use it as die, right? So if you don't care about the butterfly game, you know, if you don't care about collecting them all and having a fun butterfly enclosure, you can also just kill them, even the rare ones. You know, they're also just die. So now we understand the physics of the butterflies. All of the ones in this chest spawn in the overworld. And this update adds 4 more butterflies to catch. They're exclusive to trial chambers, and it's copper butterflies. Look at them. This is them. And they're funny little robotic butterflies. And they come in 4 variants, right? Every oxidation state of copper. And they all spawn here. You know, you can just catch them with a net like you would any other butterfly if you get a right angle on it. No, I keep missing it. It happens sometimes. If you don't succeed, you hit another butterfly with your net. There you go. I got it. Look, I got 2 now. And then if I come home, I'll make a really nice butterfly enclosure, right? Showing off all my pretty colors that I've collected. You know, it's just a nice, neat little thing. And instead of being dies, for those who don't care about the butterfly collection game, you kill him, right? And so you get a dead butterfly instead. And then if you get a dead copper butterfly item, it is actually raw copper ore, and you can just use it as such. So you can smelt it in the furnace to get yourself a copper ingot. Look at that. A little bit of a reward. So there's basically raw copper just floating around in the air, and you can catch it to decorate your base or get yourself a little bit more copper. I mean, you get the point. I think butterflies are really good. I love the way CYKLOPPS added them to the data pack. I love collecting them all, right? Especially the rare ones. And these will also be rare, right? Since you only get them in trial chambers. And it's another reason to get the trial chambers. You know, it's another little reward you take home. Like an exclusive butterfly that's tied to the structure. And there are more butterflies like that actually already in the game. And I won't expose too much. We will move on to the next changes in the data pack. First off is a rework of the Impaling enchant. It's actually a parity feature to make it more in line with how it works in Bedrock. How it works in Java is it does more damage to aquatic mobs, and drowns aren't even classified as aquatic mobs, which is really dumb. You're just left with what? Squids and fish and axolotls. So you're just left with guardians. That's the only mob you get extra damage against. And the data pack reworks it so that Impaling does extra damage to all mobs that are in water or if it's raining, right? So it's pretty crazy. Look, you can one-shot drowns basically. We can spot some drowns, hit them with a regular trident. See it. I mean, it doesn't insta-kill them. It takes 3 hits. We saw with Max Impaling, insta-kills drowns because they're in the water. If you tried this test above water, it wouldn't go the same way. This is the Impaler. It doesn't do that much damage now. And then we'll make it rain, spawn in some new drowns, and we can probably also insta-kill these now. Look at that. Because it's raining, the Impaler is really strong right now. So rework to an existing enchantments. Basically, tridents are too rare. I don't see them enough in multiplayer. I think they're really fun. It's a really fun dynamic weapon. In 1.2 and 1.5, I also have some renames for it. So, you know, I kind of want to encourage trident use. And this is also how it works in Bedrock, so it seems fair to get it in Java, right? So that's the first change to enchantments. And the other enchantment change is a new enchantment called Headhunter. As you would probably expect, you put it on tridents, right? Because it's pretty thematic, right? Because tridents is the only way to get heads in Minecraft apart from, like, I don't know, finding them in ancient cities or whatever. So yeah, a new enchantment, which is admittedly not so useful in single player, right? If you can guess what it does. Apart from, like, I guess you can try to hit yourself. I'll try to do that actually. So you can collect your own head if you play with the data pack in single player. You know, if you get a trident and you hit yourself in the face with it, which is, there you go. Oh, I didn't even kill myself. Wait, I got this one. It would have Impaling on it. So I'm going to stand in the water and then hit myself and see if I have more damage against myself in the water. Isn't that it? Wouldn't that be interesting? See, let's see. Oh! Insta-kill. I was impaled. There you go. And then we're at our... There you go. I dropped the head. So that's basically the feature. That's how you do it in single player. But in multiplayer is where this enchantment is probably the most fun, because I'm gonna kill my buddy Weston here, who has volunteered to be a test subject. He has 13 health left. I'm gonna kill him with my trident to get his head, you know, just to prove that. But there you go. His head dropped. Beautiful. I got all his XP. Look at all this shit he has. Look at this. Great inventory, actually. It's a great haul. So a really cool way to get heads in vanilla multiplayer right now. You need a trident for it. So it's quite rare. It's a, you know, it's a bit locked behind like a skill gate, or like I don't know, like an acquirement gate or whatever. And then you also need the enchantment with it. Drowns can also naturally drop tridents. Already enchanted with Headhunter, by the way. I'm gonna give Weston the trident so he can kill me. There you go. He's gonna do it. Beautiful. It's gonna take a couple of shots. Man, he should have had Impaling on it. Man, Impaling is so OP. Beautiful. Oh, there you go. He has my head. Cyclops and I talks about also bringing the Headhunter enchant to mobs, which we would like to do in the future. Right now, it's just for players. On players, it's a 100% chance for them to drop the skull. And for mobs, we'd probably make it like a 1% chance, you know? So, like, channeling is still like a 100% chance, but you're reliant on the weather. And then you have Headhunter, so you can just, like, consistently try to get heads, at least, right? As, like, a little trophy. But right now, it only works for players. So in single player, get your own head, I guess, you know? And in multiplayer, get other people's heads. I really like this feature specifically for multiplayer. I don't think it'll incite too much aggression on servers. And I really like this way of acquiring heads, because basically, whether or not your own head is out there in the server is completely up to you. Right? Either you kill yourself with a trident, right? Or you agree with the buddy, hey, let's kill each other for heads, right? You can do that. But if you want your head to be exclusive in the server, if you don't want your head hanging on anyone's wall, that's completely in your own control, right? Just be good, get good, right? Don't get killed, I guess. So this felt like a fair enchantment to add. Fun feature. Please comment below, let us know what you think. And then the last barely lethal data pack change this update is actually something to do with heads. So if you get yourself a note block, I recently did an update that changes note blocks depending on the block they stand on. If they're on stone, you know, it turns into a bass drum. I did a whole video about it. I'm not going to show it off right now. But something note blocks can also be loaded up with is heads, right? And previously, if you put a player head on a note block, like I can give it a custom state, so I did, right? So now if you put a player head on a note block, it's going to look like it's wearing a tuxedo, which I think is really useful. Just a useful, nice feature. But there wasn't a sound for it in default. And now, if you get the barely lethal data pack, alongside the barely lethal sounds pack, which is also made by CYKLOPPS, you get a custom sound if you activate it. Let's just listen to it. Beautiful. Great. Amazing. I love it. So you can also activate this with redstone, obviously. It's just a normal as note block otherwise. And then you get this crazy sound. There you go. And we've brought the sound back, and I think that's a huge feature. So yeah, you can get player heads now in vanilla, and then if you put those player heads on a note block, it's going to change the note block's appearance. And then also give you a custom sound. Isn't that amazing? And while we're here, and it's already nearing the end of the video, I figured I'll show you the other note block changes that I've made. Since I put out my main note block video, I hadn't done the mob heads yet, so I'm going to show those off now. We've seen the player head, right? It gets a nice little tuxedo. And then we got the zombie head, turns into a zombie body. The creeper head turns into like a creeper block. I mean, it's pretty mundane because creepers just look like grass, so it's just like an advanced sort of grass / moss block. But okay, it gets a custom look. You get the piglin here, which is just a big chunky piglin, and then the dragon. You know, I think he's pretty cute. And obviously, these are just normal note blocks otherwise, right? You just put a wacky block on top of it and change their appearance. So new custom blocks in the pack. And this is not even data pack. This is just a resource pack, right? So you can get this without Optifine. It's just a vanilla feature. New blocks, decorative blocks in the pack. Just require a mob head on top of them. But I figured whenever you need these textures, you might want a mob head on top of them, right? In any event, if you use mob heads to scare players, they're a lot more immersive and convincing right now. I imagine, anyways. So you can kind of make like a player crow or maybe a whatever crow. I don't know. I mean, this is good for like map shoutouts. You know how like map makers always have like a head block referencing themselves and like signs. That little guy, you can make him wear a funny tuxedo. Isn't that fun? And then you also get the sound, which is insane. This is a crazy change. This is massive. I love this so much. So, big changes once again by the GOAT, CYKLOPPS. Go follow him on social media as well, because he codes all this stuff. And obviously, I make the models, you know. It's a joint effort, but since this is my channel, I don't want it to get lost in the noise. That he puts so much effort into this. Like, for example, this. It's not even part of the video. It is now. It's a Pumpkin Pastures village from Minecraft Dungeons. He rebuilt this all, like looking at Minecraft Dungeons screenshots. I implemented it, you know, grass colors. He does so many details for us all to enjoy for free. The sounds pack as well, he makes it. So go support him on Ko-Fi. He has YouTube, you know, Instagram, whatever you need to do to show him some love, go do that. And also subscribe to my channel, obviously. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna ring the Pumpkin Pastures bell. Look, we even have a custom bell in here. Isn't that beautiful? Let me know what you think of the new features and the new custom blocks. Oh my god, he has a butt.